want to keep the world safe, and that's why I get the vaccine.
I have 2 kids. One is 14, the other is 6. And we decided to get them vaccinated because we can't really control what other people do. I've already lost people in my family to COVID. My wife has immune issues. So for me, it's about keeping all of us safe.
As a parent, you always think, the worst does pop into your head. But the way I see it is logically looking at the information. I was seeing how many people were losing their children. And to me, it was kind of a no-brainer.
We did what we could to live through the lockdown, but it's taken an emotional toll. And knowing that there's a vaccine out there that comes with more than 20 years of research into the technology that has been distributed throughout the world with minimal side effects really gave us some solace.
I decided to get the vaccine so that we could see friends. I'm happy to be able to see friends in person instead of on a computer. That's why I went to get my vaccine. I want to keep Jacky and Mom safe, the whole world safe.
You want to keep the whole world safe? And you think the vaccine will do that?
Yeah.
The vaccine's really important to my family because I'm high risk. I have a rare autoimmune disease called Behçet's. My son, who is 10, has a rare disease called cystic fibrosis, which primarily affects his lungs and many other organs. That makes him high risk as well. So we have been very patiently waiting for something to help us be safer during this pandemic.
I believe that people have a right to make choices for their health and their bodies. But when your choices are affecting the health and lives and safety of your neighbors, it's not solely about you, and we have a responsibility to each other.
It's going to take all of us in order to get through this pandemic, in order to be looking at the backside of it. The more people who are vaccinated, the closer we get to it being over.
You can go to birthday parties and maybe head over to a friend's house for Thanksgiving, or being able to actually run around sometimes when you're in high populated areas, and very easily being able to just go down the slide again.
It makes me feel more safe to realize that there's a lot of my friends who are getting vaccinated.
Well, the first thing I was really excited to do was actually be able to go back in person. Being able to actually get taught again is helpful.
I'm a parent just like anyone else. I have the same fears as other parents. No parent wants to give their child something, put something in their child's body that may potentially harm them. So when the initial chatter about myocarditis was coming out, when the 12 and up age group was getting vaccinated, I got really nervous and I questioned, am I going to give this vaccine to my children? So yes, I am comfortable and I feel safe giving them this vaccine, because I would much rather they have a vaccine that might give them a fever for a day than COVID, which might give them an additional disability for a lifetime, or the worst case scenario, I end up burying one of my kids, and it was preventable with a vaccine.
When you think of how many lives have been lost from this and how many more we're going to lose from this because people won't get on board. Not only would I do it over again, we're going to do it over again as soon as we can.
If you don't understand it, or if you think you understand it but you need more information, go to the people who can give you the information. And that's not social media. That's your doctor.
Even if you're so terribly against getting a vaccine, don't. Just wear a mask. That helps. Over your mouth, over your nose. It's not that big of a deal because it's not about you.
I just hope that everyone, regardless of your decisions, that you and your family stay well, and that eventually, when you become comfortable with it, you can help everyone else and do the right thing.
Once you get the COVID vaccine, it's like the super special stuff comes out of nowhere and starts helping and starts absolutely destroying the already infected COVID cells. But instead of killing the cells that were infected, they uninfect the cells and they just go back to their job of trying to fight the enemy virus.